Barrel Surf Podcast.
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 Barrel Surf Podcast. Yeehaw! All right. Welcome back to Barrel Surf Podcast. It's Namu here, solo today, in the shed quarters once again for Barrel Surf Podcast. Pleasure to be here. It's been a huge week in Margaret River, and I've got a true Margaret River local with me today, Jamaica Selby. Hello, Jamaica.
Hello, how are you going?
Mate, I'm going so good. Thanks for coming on anyway, Jamaica. So, what do you say, Margaret River local? Tell me about growing up.
It was pretty special. It was definitely, I'm very grateful for being given the opportunity to grow up in Margs. I grew up by the beach. I used to ride down every day before school with my friends and surf in the morning before school, and then do the same thing in the afternoon. Most of the time it would be probably being late for school because we were surfing a bit too long, but we had a pretty, we were very lucky growing up by the beach. I feel like it was very grounding, the lifestyle that we were given, and
So it's in Prevelly, yeah? It's the house your dad still lives in?
Yeah, in Prevelly. My dad built the house about 30 years ago, I think. He was one of like the first to be out at the beach. So
awesome.
Yeah, the house is just hanging in there, but very lucky to have grown up at the beach.
Yeah, amazing. So it's pretty much just across the road, isn't it, from the shore?
Yeah. We got we can see the waves pretty much from the kitchen, so waking up was pretty easy to check the surf.
So pretty much in front, kind of in front of the place that starts with a B?
Yes.
Yeah,
right in front.
Unreal.
Yeah.
How good would that be? I mean,
very lucky.
I was pretty lucky too. I had Gracetown growing up, so we were down at Gracetown most weekends when I was a Grom, so that was pretty good. Kind of missed out on that, but yeah. We do have my little daughter here as well.
Yes,
who's
Kai.
good friends with Jamaica. This is Kaya Melton Bromley, everyone.
She got a mention, is what she wanted.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, she is. She's off mic, but she's sitting in the corner of the shed quarters drinking some beers.
Cheers.
Having a little cheeky monkey there, aren't you, mate?
Yep.
Yes.
And tell me about, how old were you when you first started getting into the water? Was it like a progression from bodyboards or anything like that, or straight in?
I was around 4, and I first got on a bodyboard. I was down, I remember, I think it was Redgate from the story that Dad told me. And long story short, but I always wanted to get into it because my brother and my dad surfed, and I always felt like I was being left out sitting on the beach. And one day they were out surfing and I was left on the beach with my mum, and I jumped on the bodyboard and I actually somehow snuck away from her sight. And
so when you were 4?
When I was 4. And I just started paddling out, trying to like reach where Dad and Kai were out, my brother Kai, where they were out at Redgate, and I ended up getting absolutely smashed by a bomb.
Whee.
And at this stage, Mum was like screaming out to my dad to try to get my attention. But Dad seen me just pop up after this wave smashed me, and he was like seeing me just smiling and laughing. And I think from that point he knew that I was ready to give it a go. But I didn't completely get into it until I was about 6. That's when I was really keen to start surfing.
Yeah, okay. So your brother Kai, how much older than you is he?
He is, let me think, 3 years?
3 years older.
3 years older, yeah.
So he was 7 out there with your dad already.
Yeah.
Was he on a board at that point? Or
yes.
Yeah. Straight into it.
Yeah, and then I got onto one of his boards, which was, I think it was a Sam Egan. That was our first board my brother's first board, and kind of just stepped onto that as well. So
yeah, awesome.
After the foamy stage, of course, got to start on the foamies.
I'm actually going to wind it back even further right now. So your dad's Chris, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. What's Chris's background in terms of starting surfing and that sort of thing? Was he from WA as well?
No, so Dad is originally from New South Wales, Merriweather. He grew up at Newcastle. and he moved over to WA at a very young age. I'm going to say, I could butcher this and it could be wrong, but I think it was around 20.
Okay.
And then he never left. He actually did a road trip across and yeah, he just stayed.
Yeah, amazing.
Dad's background is pretty cool. Like he used to shape his own boards. He actually used to be sponsored by Rip Curl as well. Like he used to compete. He's got a very strong surfing background.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
That's Newey's a pretty special players too. Shout out to the Newey crew listening.
Yeah. Dad's got a lot of good Newey friends. So,
yeah. It's I reckon if I had to live in a city, that would be the city I'd live in terms of Australia. It's everything's pretty close. There's nice beaches. You got those incredible, what do they call them, the baths along the
Yeah. It's got a really good surfing like culture, Newcastle, and really good crew as well. So yeah, I'd probably say the same thing out of.
Have you spent some time over there?
Yeah. Spent a lot of time there. I've still got most of my family are there, like from Dad's side. So I have spent a lot of time there in the past when I was competing. I used to hang there a bit at my auntie's house, which is near Merriweather Beach, and my uncle's is as well. It was right on the beach. So yeah, spent a lot of time there. I do love it.
Yeah, awesome. It's pretty classic how there's just the one stretch of beach, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're all called different spots.
Yeah. No, but it's pretty epic. There's like that whole coastline has so many waves, and like around Redhead as well. It's a really good zone. Yeah.
I was going to say the name, but I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I was out there last year at that particular point break.
Yeah.
Where there's like some sort of, not commune, but there's like some sort of accommodation for something on the hill there, and went out there and I sort of said to this guy, "What's this place called, mate?" He goes, "This is..."
Wouldn't say the name.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing here, mate?
Dad used to tell me that, actually, he told me a story the other day, because I love hearing his stories. Like, he's got so many good stories from back in the day, and every now and then he'll just randomly come out with one. But yeah, he was telling me the other day how it used to be, because he was a Merriweather boy, but he also got along with the Redhead boys really well, and there used to be a lot of like disputes, I guess, between them. Like, it used to be really localized back in the day. So
it's 15 minutes away.
Yeah. And he always used to get caught in the middle because he loved surfing both breaks. But
yeah, right.
Yeah, some good stories from him.
Awesome. So he came over here when he was 20.
Around then. Don't count me on that.
Yeah, well, let's just say around.
It's around 20, yeah.
Yeah. What did he do? Is he still working?
Yep, he's still working. When he came over, I think he was still kind of just shaping boards for himself, but he...
Chivy.
Yeah, he's going to hate me.
Working with the timbers.
Yeah, he did some sort of building.
Yeah.
But he came over and he built the house himself that's at the beach.
Unreal.
He did it all by himself. He started off from like one level and then eventually moved to 2 level once there was more kids running around the house. But yeah, then he ended up finishing up with that, and he opened up his own blinds business. So now he's just locked into that, and he's still working to this day, but he definitely finds his time to surf.
Yeah, nice. Is he one of those gnarly old boys that main break these days on a 10-foot board?
No.
He's not that old.
Not.
He's about the same age as me, I think.
No, he's old. I'm definitely going to say that.
No, don't worry about saying he was 20 years old when you came over. Then you're calling him old.
No, he actually doesn't do that. He has his wave, and I won't say it on here, but he avoids main break, and he just does his own thing in the mornings. And
does it start with G?
Yes,
it does.
Yeah. No, I actually, hats off to him. He gets out there every single day, and sometimes like he pushes himself, which scares me because he's not young like he used to be, but he's definitely not afraid still, and it's pretty cool to see. I hope he can keep doing it for as long as he can.
Yeah, love it.
Breaks
Awesome.
bones.
So where did your folks meet?
They actually met down in Augusta. I hope I'm getting this right again, but it's along the lines of my mum's mum had her house down in Augusta, and that's where she lived, and my mum was down there, and my dad was actually doing blinds for my mum's mum, and they met there.
No way.
Yeah.
At the house?
Yeah, at the house, yeah.
Hey, check out these blinds. Yeah. What do you reckon? They're pretty sick. You want to go out?
Yeah. Straight to the fish and chip shop.
Yeah. Was the house sort of underway at that point when they got together?
Dad's house, no. No, it started underway when he met Mum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
And did your mum work, or was she just like a work outside, or was she just a sort of stay-at-home mum?
No, she was a really hard worker. Yeah, she always worked. She pretty much worked up until she gave birth. Yeah.
I should clarify that. I don't mean Did everyone works? Shout out to the mums
Same
out there.
females can't work.
It's I reckon it's the hardest job in the world, looking after kids.
Yeah.
Especially by yourself. So
Yeah.
sorry about that, mums. I didn't mean any disrespect. All right, so let's go back to when you sort of on the bodyboard about 4 years old. When did you first take the plunge onto a fiberglass board?
I'm gonna say probably around 9, maybe around that age, like 8 or 9, I'd say.
Usual spots that all the groms sort of start at?
Yeah, the usual spot on the soft reef, more seaweedy. Yeah, that's where we used to go. Like I guess we had like a family out at Prevelly, Narrabeen when I was growing up, and we all used to surf there, like I said, before school, and then up until like dark at sunset. It was just, I have some of the fondest memories from surfing there with, all of the crew.
Was there a squad of girls, or was it just you and all the boys?
No, funnily, it was actually, I had one of my good friends, India Wilcox. She grew up with me just down the road, and it was actually just me and India as girls growing up, like around that area. Obviously there was Bronte, but she was a bit older than me, and she was like Gracetown girl, but and a few other girls like locals that were around, like Ella Massey and girls like that. But it was most of the time, if I was going for a surf, it would be me and India and then all the boys. Otherwise, if like it might have just been me, or it might have just been India, and that was always quite tough surfing with the boys. Like they were our best friends, and like I said, they were family, but fight to get waves for sure.
They would have gone into battle for you against outsiders though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
These are our girls, you fucking stay away from them.
No, it was good though. It was definitely, it made you a bit tougher, I guess, surfing, but it was always a laugh. Like there was never any pressure for us growing up. It was just always to have fun. That was the main thing that I feel like my parents and all of my friends' parents embedded in us, was just to have fun, and there was no pressure.
Yeah, awesome. And when did you sort of go, I can do this now, and sort of got your first few waves and surfed on the face?
I would probably say I got most confident around the age of 10, and that's when I pushed myself a bit more, and going on those family trips like up north, and that was definitely it pushed you. And I would say that's when I had like that leap into trying new waves and getting out of that little comfort zone at the local.
So up north, we talking the usual spots up there, sort of.
All of those spots. They're my obviously, a lot of our West Aussie, that's our favourite place to go to, and we protect it with our life. So that's where I definitely got thrown around the most and built my confidence up for sure. And the fear wasn't really there when you're younger though, I'd say. So Dad was taking you out at... Dad helped me out a lot at times when I could tell that he didn't want me out there. There was fear in his face. No, it was good.
Got to be freaking nerve-wracking having your kid out somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Even at like a 3-4 foot day, it'd be heart in the mouth the whole time. Yeah,
for sure.
I wouldn't take you out there, Kaya.
I wouldn't take me out there.
You been surfing at all? No.
Kaya's next up on the potty.
You're
talking all things surf.
You're on the post surf party program full time.
Full time.
And I guess talking sort of 12, 15 years ago, what was sort of crowd situation like? Obviously nowhere near as hectic as it is now.
So different. Like it's actually wild. I feel like, especially growing up around Prevelly and Narrabeen, it's so different now. Like it scares me a bit in a way. And I love coming back home, like, because I don't spend as much time at home anymore. But when I do come back home, I am taken back for sure. There's so many people in the water. But my favourite thing about seeing the amount of people within the water is seeing the girl ratio now, like the female surfers. That's really special. Especially all the young girls that are surfing, and they're ripping as well.
Oh my goodness.
But it's good to see, like, you paddle out now and you know that there's going to be at least maybe 5 or so chicks in the water. It's not just going to be, you against all the guys. So that's really good to see. Yeah,
and they will sort of hunt in packs and try to keep you off waves. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to get in trouble. Up north, when did you sort of click in up there and sort of start getting some really good... Are you natural or goofy foot?
Natural.
Natural.
Yeah. Probably around 14.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like, that's when I've had some of the best times out there, I'd say.
We should mention that you sponsored by Rip Curl.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of your other sponsors at the moment?
So I'm with Rip Curl, I'm with Otis Eyewear, Creatures of Leisure, and Moonshine Surfboards.
Yeah, nice. Shout out Moonshine Surfboards and Creatures of Leisure and Otis, and obviously Rip Curl. I caught up with Pardo last night at the Ned Hart premiere of Frostbite. Check it out if it's hopefully it's out somewhere by the time this is out. At what point did you sort of start getting to the stage where there was brands looking at you going, hey, she's pretty good, let's get her on board?
Yeah, thank you. That's really hard. Probably, I was with Otis and Creatures. They were my first sponsors. I think they sponsored me when I was 13.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking I'm getting that right. They were my first sponsors. And then I got sponsored by Rip Curl. It was in 2016. I got sponsored by them at the Australian Junior Surfing Titles. I won the under 16 titles that year at Phillip Island.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Australian title.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I got picked up then by Mark Flanagan. Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
That's what I say, Australian title winner. Let's get you on the books.
No, it was a very, it was actually a pretty cool event, that one, to win, I feel like, because Jack Thomas also won in his division. He was, so 2 WAs won that year, which was...
Yeah, Jackie boy.
That was actually a really cool year. And then, to be picked up at Rip Curl at that event was also really special. It was a tough year, but also a really good year. So.
Amazing. So was it literally like a get out of the water and he comes up to you and says, hey?
Yeah.
Talk me through it.
Well, so it was funny. They'd been looking at me that year already, and then like scouting, I guess. And then at that comp, I think it was at my semis, the team manager for Rip Curl at the time had come up to me and he said, like, don't want to put any pressure on you, but like we are like looking at sponsoring at you, but we'll talk more after the comp. And I was like,
you better bloody win.
Yeah, like now that's in my head, like no pressure, but pressure. But I knew, like, I knew his intentions were good and I knew there was no pressure at all. And it seemed like, I don't know, I had so much energy from that comp already, and like things were really going my way, that I didn't even think about what he had said. I was just so focused on not so much winning, but just like the waves were firing, and I was just focused on that. And yeah, in that heat, the finals heat, again, I still wasn't even thinking about it. I was just like so keen to get out there. It's funny that I was wearing a chest zip at the time and I forgot to even put the chest zip over my head. So it was like hanging off and my wetsuit filled up with water in that heat.
Oh no.
But it ended up going my way, and yeah, I won. And then he came up to me at the end of the event and I went up to Torquay, and yeah, they sponsored me there.
Yeah, nice. And still going strong.
Still going strong, yeah. That was 9 years ago. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, it is a bit chilly these days. And the great thing about chilly waters in the southwest and Australia and worldwide is getting yourself a Shark Eyes wetsuit. The best rubber in the business. Give it a try. You will not be disappointed. Yeah, Shark Eyes wetsuits.
Yeah, Shark Eyes. Well, what do you know? Cheeky Monkey and their limited release, they're at it again. You gotta love the limited release.
Yes, and also look out for the Main Break Hazy IPA as well. That's available on tap at selected venues around the southwest and Perth. As we say in Barrel Surf Podcast, it is a good time to get yourself a glass or a bottle or an infinite case of Forester Estate wines, Adam.
Oh man, I've been loving the Lifestyle Shiraz 23 vintage. It's won about 74 gold medals. It's hardly, you can't even see the label anymore. It's just all gold medals. And mate, it's very reasonably priced, especially if you go on their website, chuck in the coupon barreled for 25% off, and mate, you are drinking $100 bottle of wine for about $20. It's killer. Forester Red.
Your beauty, Forester.
Bom dia, I'm Iago Dora, and you're listening to Barreled Surf Podcast.
After Phillip Island winning the Australian title, did you sort of keep competing for a while?
I stopped competing, so that was when I was 15, and then I competed until I was 18.
Okay.
And finished competing then.
What made you stop competing?
I just feel like I was really confused where I was with life at that point. I know I was so young still, but it was just like a really confusing time, and I feel like I'd finished school and I loved competing and I loved it for all the years that I did it, but it was just becoming really confusing to me. It was also, not that money has anything to do with it, but it was a very expensive thing to keep up. Like I was coming, I was like, my dad was by himself at that stage, so it was just a single parent and he was doing as much as he could for me, but money never meant anything to him. He still put everything into it, but I knew that if I wasn't getting results, I felt like there was a bit of pressure for myself.
Yep.
And yeah, it was just a lot of time away. Like I spent like at least a year or two over East, and it was a lot of time away from friends and family. And yeah, I was just really lost. I was almost losing my love for surfing, which was really scary. And I did lose it for a bit. There was times that I wasn't even surfing. I was only surfing when I got to the event.
Right.
And yeah,
like Kelly Slater does.
Yeah, but the thing is I was losing, so I wasn't winning. But I was really confused, and I just didn't like that I was not loving surfing anymore, which is such a weird thing because that's all I'd known, and it's all I knew. So
Sure.
yeah, I just had to step away from that, and I gave myself like a few months to think about what I really want to do, and I realized that it wasn't competing at the time. It's not to say that I never want to do it again. Maybe I'll do it just for fun, like fun events, but
Sure.
Nothing serious. I just couldn't really handle the pressure, I guess, that was with it.
Yeah, so at that point, were you sort of on the QS, or what were you sort of up to?
Yeah, I was doing that and then just doing state comp still. But it was just, I think I was, not there.
Not in the headspace for it?
Yeah, not there.
Was Rip Curl sort of at that point trying to get you incentivizing your contract with comp results and that sort of thing?
Not so much. No, I was still really, I was quite young then. So that was never really an issue, but I was actually fortunate enough I contacted my team manager when I told him that I wanted to stop competing, and just to let them know, because I feel like in my head I was like, well, it's kind of the end of the road for me. If I'm not competing anymore, I guess I can't continue anything outside of that. But they came back really positively, and like they were so supportive with my move and the fact that I just wasn't there mentally, I guess, and they came back with something even better. So
amazing.
Really worked out for me, I guess. And
so the conversation was, look, I'm not going to compete anymore, and they were sort of, well, let's just shift the focus a little bit. How did that sort of come to pass?
Yeah, pretty much exactly like that. It was very supportive, and I did mention that I'm pretty keen on getting into things outside of just competing, and I want to step into, I guess, modelling and traveling for them and doing photo shoots and campaigns, and that's exactly what they came back with, and they were really keen to get me started in that direction. So
okay,
it all went from there.
So started doing trips overseas and
started traveling overseas. The first trip that they had lined up was Fiji, which was a pretty lucky first trip to go.
Holy moly. Kaya, you and I become models, and I don't think we got the surfing ability for a start, but so Fiji, did you get to surf Cloudian?
Yeah, I did. I got to surf Cloud Break. We had one day we pulled up. It was not like huge Cloud Break by any means. It was just a perfect size. I feel like a good size for your first surf at Cloud Break. But we pulled up with just the three of us girls, and we surfed it empty, which was so special. And I don't think you ever really get that again. Not saying it was like, the maxing Cloud Break that everyone sees online, but it was like
still got plenty of punch, huh?
Oh, it's got power, and the wave is like, it has its name for a reason. You just, even when you duck dive, the sound that the wave makes is insane. It's very special place.
Incredible. Obviously keeping the sponsors happy is one thing, but what was your dad's sort of response at that point when you decided to stop competing?
He was definitely very bummed.
Oh, was he?
He was fully supportive of my decision, and he can see that I genuinely wasn't happy. He just he wanted to support me in that decision, and he wanted me to get back on my feet, and more importantly, he just wanted me to be surfing. That was the main thing. He just wanted me to be surfing. But yeah, he was bummed that I wasn't, didn't want to keep competing. Every now and then, still to this day, every now and then he'll make little comments like, "Do you reckon you want to compete again?" Just trying to hint. But but yeah, now to see how far I've come and the direction that I am in, he's very proud of me, and super stoked that I took this new direction. Yeah,
nice. So you said that you're sort of facing a bit of a difficult time. You're living over east. Whereabouts were you living over there?
I was in Newcastle most of the time,
yeah.
But it just changed a lot wherever the comps were, but I based in Newcastle for a bit.
Okay, so up and down the coast for the comps and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the sort of best result you got, notwithstanding Aussie title?
Not that great.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Easy decision.
It was honestly so long ago that I don't even actually know what I got. I try to block that time out of my life.
Never block it out. You got to talk through things.
Honestly, I wish I could remember. I probably should have done some research back, but I actually don't really remember. Sorry.
Yeah. So obviously your dad was a huge influence in your life, and I know that your mum was as well.
Yeah.
But she passed away a number of years ago.
Yeah.
Huge moment in your life. Obviously, what does and what did your mum mean to you?
Oh, she was, I guess, played a huge role in my life as most mums do, but she really backed my surfing, and that was one thing that I'll always remember, and I always remind myself of, even if I'm going through anything little. She always backed my surfing. She was probably my number one supporter apart from my dad, but she wanted big things from me, and she knew that it was going to come. I guess when I was younger, I always wanted to be sponsored. That was one of my biggest things in surfing, and I always wanted to be sponsored by Rip Curl. That was a dream of mine. And it also was I remember Mum saying to me, if anyone can sponsor you, I'd hope that it's Rip Curl. Because it was either I wanted to be sponsored by Roxy or Rip Curl. That was my dream. Mum said, no, you're going to be sponsored by Rip Curl. Was that because of your dad's connection? I don't know. Maybe because of dad's connection, but that's just what she I guess she could see happening for me. Yeah. And it, unfortunately, she wasn't there for it to see it happen, but I felt like she was there. It was all connected. Yeah, sure. But she's my inspiration, and she wasn't a surfer in any means, but she was my inspiration. Kept the family together and the household together, and I guess drove you around like your dad did as well, and all those things that parents do. Yeah, she was at every single competition. She was at the beach every time I surfed. She was filming every time I surfed. She did all those things. Making sponsors tapes for you? Yeah, yes, she did. Classic. She made it fun. There was never any pressure. At all the comps, she made it so much fun. It was always a good time. Yeah, awesome. Moving on a little bit, you're not living down this way these days, are you? I kind of go back and forth. Back and forth? Yeah, okay. I spend my time between down south and up north. I escape for winter. Okay. Pretty remote. Yeah, it is remote, yeah. I guess you can fly out of there though, can't you? Yeah, fly out for work and spend time around the area and just escape the winter. I can't do the cold. Right there. I don't think I've had a winter in 5 years. Oh. How many sort of trips do you go on a year? Is there a planned schedule for you, or is it sort of as they come along? There's not really a planned schedule. I have a rough idea usually and months to block out, but it can just be random, if something could come up last minute. But I just went on, the last trip that I went on was a search trip in April, which was very special surf trip. We went to a very remote place. I don't know how much I can say, but it was the definition of the search. I won't say. Oh, not even the ocean. Not telling. They're pretty big. I have to keep it a secret. Oh. Yeah. Is it something we can say online or something soon, or is that? I don't know when it will be coming out. I think they need to do a bit more. It was it was like the definition of the search
Right.
to me, and I feel like to everyone else that was there as well. It was very remote. Like even we went to this one village. It was like some of these people have obviously never seen white people before.
Oh, really?
Or it was very eye-opening, and I think for me that's like what it's all about. And the waves we were surfing, there was no one around. It was just us. Like we'd rock up and it was just us for miles, and that's what it's all about to me.
Who was on the trip with you?
I went on with Steph Gilmore, came on that trip, which was
Queen Steph.
Yeah, I was so stoked when I seen that she was coming on it, because I never properly have met Steph, and it was just really cool to actually hang out with her. And she's such a crazy chick, and she plays the guitar like so well. So that was...
She'll get it out when you don't even want it to, apparently.
Yeah.
Here's my guitar, I'm going to play it.
Yeah, it was...
Whether you want me to or not.
Yeah, it was pretty epic. And we had Ziggy, Isla, Sophia and Shaylee on it. So it was a good bunch of girls.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I've never met Steph. What's she like?
She's just very relaxed.
Down to earth?
Very down to earth. Like, yeah, one of the most iconic surfers in the world, but she's just so down to earth. And she's so cool to hang with. Just, yeah.
Awesome.
Very relaxed. And
here's the question for you. Is she going back on tour next year?
You're
not going to tell me, are you? Even if you know.
I actually don't know. I didn't ask that question because it was just not a question that needed to be asked. I feel like she's just in her element, having fun at the moment.
Cruise zone.
Yeah, cruising, and she's going on trips, and she's just doing what she loves. So
sounds pretty good to me. She got a wild card obviously at Burley just recently.
Yeah.
Did pretty well.
Yeah, she did. It was good to see her surfing back in Arashi, but I think at the time being, she's pretty happy.
Yeah.
Just cruising.
Lefts or rights, or a combination over there?
Both. Yeah, combination. Yep.
Did you see Steph on her backhand?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Ripping?
Yes, as always.
Tearing the bag.
We actually didn't get as lucky as we would have hoped on the wave side of things, but like I said, it's pretty cool just to be surfing with only us, the girls that rocked up on the boat. That was pretty special. And yeah, just traveling to these remote places, and I feel like it just makes time stop when you're on those islands that these people literally have nothing, and they've just got the bare minimum, but they're so happy.
Yeah.
Because they don't know any better, and they don't know what's out there. And yeah, that was...
They haven't been destroyed by the white interlopers at this stage.
Yeah.
Give it time. Give it time. We'll find some way to fuck up their lives. I know we tend to do it all over the world, don't we? So... Hey, you're allowed to swear in this podcast.
It's true.
Kai's laughing at me. My podcast, I can swear on it. Remote villages, did you sort of hang out with them? Did they know what was going on? Going, what the fuck is this?
I guess they had a little bit of info before we came, but we did hang out with them, and we went to their school, their school is like nothing. Like they've got holes in their floorboards. They've got holes, that go through the classrooms. Like the kids are running through each classroom, and there's no chairs. There's absolutely nothing. But we got to hang out with them, and the sweetest thing is these kids just want to hold your hand, and they just want to. I think it's just a feeling of I guess a connection, because a lot of them don't. They're homeless. Well, a lot of them, the kids were homeless. So
wow. I
guess a feeling of holding your hand is just a feeling of connection, and I guess being loved in a way. But yeah, these just the most beautiful kids, and yeah, we learn a lot from the locals on that trip.
Talk to me about these sort of trips, apart from hanging with the locals and losing your mind laughing like you are now. So is it a mix of surfing and doing sort of modelling work, or is it just surfing?
It's both.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's but on the search trips, it's purely surfing and just hanging out and having fun. It's just doing your thing. It's like you're on a trip. You're on a trip with your mates. But then if I do a campaign trip, that'll be like more focused on product, shooting product and then surfing as well. But yeah, product usually comes first if it's a campaign.
Okay. Grueling days, like long days when you're shooting?
Very long days. Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, it's when it's like the search trips, they're so much fun, and the campaigns are too. Like everything that I do is so fun. I'm so grateful for it. But the campaign days are very long. Yeah, same as studios. They're long days, but also I feel like I'd cannot complain because I'm very grateful.
Well, wherever we are in life, whatever we're doing, there's still hard times to go through. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Just because you're going somewhere nice doesn't mean you're not battling something.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. All the elements in the outdoors you got to face as well. So they can be pretty brutal. Yeah, for sure.
Hi guys, my name's Betty Lou Sakura Johnson, and I'm here with Barrel Surf Podcast.
All right, we just had to stop and get ourselves a Cheeky Monkey beer. Forester State Red, whichever it might be. So Jamaica Selby's with us on Barrel Surf Podcast. Welcome again, Jamaica. So what have you got coming up for the rest of the year in terms of trips?
I know I have a trip in a couple of days. I can't say locations.
That's fine.
But have a trip. I'm just going to say tropical, warm, hopefully waves, coconuts.
Tropical coconut waves.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Just picture that. And then I have a personal trip coming up in August, which has been organised through a resort in a remote part of the world.
Can't even talk about your personal trip.
Well, that one's also, I'm just going to keep it for the moment down there, because I guess it's the personal one is a personal search trip. I'm going to try turn it into
So taking a film with you?
No, not taking a film with me. I think they've got that all sorted. But I'll just do like my own stuff on the side. I usually do that when I go places. I just make it work, and
Claim it on tax.
Hopefully. Thank you, tax man.
I know a good accountant. Personal trips and a couple of work trips.
I'll probably just hang up there for a bit of winter, and then just move around the place over that northwest area, and then just pick up work in the meantime. And
when you're up there, and probably down here as well, do you sort of get into other aquatic activities?
I do. I love diving, so I'd try get into that. Not so much down here because I don't really feel like being taken by a great white.
Hell no, it's too cold as well.
So I avoid that down here. But
do you do any spearing up there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, or sometimes when we travel away to other places, we get in the water. Yeah,
nice. What's your prize catch from spearing? What's your best fish?
I'm just gonna have to. I haven't done anything special. I've kind of only just started getting into it, so I'm no expert. But probably just a trout, cold trout.
Nothing wrong with a cold trout.
Yeah, just a tasty little cold trout. But I've only really. I'm still getting into it. Like I'm still getting the feel of it, but keen to get into it more for sure. Cause
amazing.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We're heading up there actually in the end of June, and we're gonna do some spearing up there as well.
Yeah.
My young bloke is super into it. So
that'll be fun.
We'll go up there and we'll kill some fish with spears. Sorry for all the people that don't like that too much, but the fish certainly will not be wasted. And if you eat fish, that's how they come a lot of the time.
It's much better catching it fresh though, right?
Oh.
It feels good when you can catch your own dinner.
Any fishing up there as well? Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably more into the fishing side of things, but trying to get more into the diving as well.
All right, prize fishing. Any tunas?
Yeah, I got tuna. Tuna on the recent trip, the search trip that I went on. That was actually really fun. Yeah. So there's a little hint.
Yeah. Well, there's tuna all over the place, isn't there?
There's lots of tuna everywhere.
Any gold bands or anything like that?
Yes, gold bands. I'm just trying to remember the name of this fish, and I actually cannot, to save my life. That's to give you an idea of how much I know.
All right. Can you make sashimi out of it?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Sounds good. Mackie?
No, I've caught Mackie, but it's no Mackie. No, I'm really bad. I'm really bad with that stuff. So
where do you sort of see yourself in a couple of years' time, still doing the same sort of thing?
I really hope so. I'd love to do it for as long as I can. But I hope to see myself doing the same thing and traveling, and continuing with Rip Curl would be pretty epic. We'll just see where that goes, but I would love to get involved later down the track in something a bit more personal to myself, I guess, like whether that's my own brand or just something that I can create. I guess I've learned a lot through the industry, and continue on something later on in life.
What works, what doesn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting actually. Like I've definitely, even in my role that I play at Ripco, I've learnt a lot from the other positions, and yeah, I guess the marketing side of things, the direction, the design. Yeah, there's a lot to learn from it. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to take as much in as I can. And
Do you have a team manager at Ripco? That's sort of,
yeah, I do. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. My team manager that signed me when I was younger is no longer there anymore, but I've got a really epic team manager there now.
Male, female?
Female.
Name? Good relationship?
Yeah, good relationship.
Yeah, epic.
Yeah.
And where do they live?
They're based at Bells, yeah.
Okay.
At the headquarters in Bells.
Down in Vico?
Yeah.
That was a question I did want to ask you as well. The tropical stuff's really nice, but have you done any sort of trips with any of the brands into, I mentioned it earlier at Ned Hart's premiere last night, Frostbite, where he's sort of surfing in 7-degree water with boots, hood, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Have you done any sort of really cold water trips?
No, not yet. It's been something that me and one of my team riders have been talking about for quite a while now, is we'd love to do a cold water trip, because I guess a lot of our trips are based around tropical and I guess bikinis and all that, which is so much, because I love warm weather, so I'm all for that. But I would definitely put my hand up to go do something really cold and just fun. Yeah.
Where's the coldest place you have surfed? Probably Phillip Island, maybe. I
would probably say around Phillip Island. South Oz was really cold.
Yeah.
But probably Phillip Island. Bells is always freezing.
Oh my God.
It's such a beautiful place, but it's always so cold.
Yeah.
But I want to do something cold water related, like what Ned kind of stuff that he did. Maybe not anything that big and scary, but just try something new.
Kids maniac.
Yeah.
Have you been to Africa at all?
No, I was meant to go to Africa this year, but there was the area that I was going to. There was a bit of a war going on, so I had to cancel that trip.
Typical Africa.
Yeah.
Civil wars.
Yeah.
Great surf, civil wars.
Yeah, but I that's on the list. That's definitely on the list. If it's not this year, then it's next year.
Yeah, Cape Town's a pretty good cold water spot.
Yeah.
I lived over there for a while. Yeah, 35 degrees on the beach, and then you hit the water and it's, oh, geez, I don't know how cold, like 12 degrees or something.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Pretty keen to check that zone out for sure.
It's completely blown out and crowded, but I'm sure there's a few waves around you can head to.
Yeah. Have you done Mozambique or?
No. Only the west coast of Africa. Yeah. So Durban upwards says, lots and lots of different waves, but different sharks too.
Yeah. Friendly?
Tigers and Zambesis. No, they're not friendly. Okay.
Noted.
Well, I always
say hello to the sharks.
I always used to think South Africa was the place for sharks, and then we started getting the hits over here. But we won't talk too much about that. You say you sort of wouldn't mind doing your own sort of brand stuff. Mm-hmm. What are we talking? Clothing and bikinis and things like that? I'm not really sure yet, but I guess something related around that, because it's what I know best.
Sure. And I feel like I do know what works and doesn't work. It's something that I pretty much live in every single day. So it'd be great to do something that was related to that. Not anytime soon. I've still got so much learning to do, and I'm not obviously 100% sure, but I'd love to, learn more about that kind of side of things. And I feel like I am in a really good position because I've done a lot of time in that side of things. Yeah. Did that up until I am in my position now. I was doing all of that, like working 2 or 3 jobs. Like it definitely wasn't handed to me on a silver platter. I had to work my way. Just like, there is a few people doing the Challenger, and I really feel for them, but it's definitely not easy, and it's expensive to live, as we all know. So I was working multiple jobs, and then also, traveling for, Ripco, doing work, and it's just a way of life. Being in the kennel at both ends. Yeah. So
I'm Malia Manuel, and you're listening to Barrel Surf Podcast.
Oh, we're back after another little cheeky monkey break. We were just talking about the. Do you reckon the surf industry is going to come back? I think it has to, right? But there was I feel like during COVID, that time was really scary for the surfing industry, especially for a lot of surfers, and sponsorship deals like going down the drain, and it was a really scary time. I feel like it has to come back though. It's weird though. I feel like for me and my position, it really flourished during that time, during COVID, which,
I was just in a really good position, but I know a lot of people were really unlucky. There's so many surfers in the world, and I think
Too many.
I feel like it has to come back on a rise. I think with the cost of living as well, it's also it's a bit scary.
So you say you did well during the COVID times. Tell me about that. Why was that?
Because it was the start of what we did was the Summer Looks Good on You campaign, which lasted for about 4 years. So I guess that was over the COVID period.
Okay.
And we just, really took advantage of the fact that WA was a free state, and I was in WA. And
Nice.
I just got a lot of work during that time, and travelled a lot with Rip Curl, and it was a really, really fun time during COVID. So I guess that's when it kind of flourished for me. And
I reckon bring it back. The surf was uncrowded.
Back COVID.
And let's
Everyone
face
in
it.
Melbourne is going to hate me for saying that.
Well, not Melbourne, but let's face it, it's fucking blown out over here. The one thing that I do want to ask you, just going back to the sponsorship thing, because it fascinates me, getting paid to do what you love. It's obviously one thing that we'd all love to do. But one thing I do know in the surfing industry that is, as most industries as well, is the relationship building is key, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me about how you've sort of done that over the journey. You've
within my sponsors, you mean? Or?
Yeah, because I mean, you might go into an office for the first time and you don't know them.
Yeah.
But you got to build up that rapport and relationship, right? So you work together well.
Yeah, we'll say, for example, with Ripco, like I've been with them for 9 years, and I love going over to the headquarters in Torquay because it's just like, it's like one big family, and it honestly feels like that the moment that you walk in the room. And there's so many people that work in that office, and they're all just the same like-minded people, and some of them I might not have met before, but they obviously know you because they see your face from photo shoots and stuff that's around the office, and they're just so welcoming and so lovely. And I feel like I've built up a relationship with them that, like, I do call them family, and I can reach out to them for stuff when anything, even if it's personal, I know that I can reach out to them. And I feel like that's what, for me, creates the best relationship with my sponsors, is I know they know me on a personal level. And I guess that's how I've built.
Yeah. I don't know you hugely. I've known you a little bit over the last few years. I can imagine you going into the office and literally stopping at every single desk and saying hi and, how's it going? You've been surfing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
that's what it's like in the Ripco office.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's exactly like that. And even when I'm there, I'm usually there for work, but I'm like, messaging some of the people from the Ripco office saying, what are you doing after, let's catch up, let's do something. So
yeah, awesome.
It's a really good vibe over there.
Good message for any kids listening out there. No, not that any kids listen to this podcast, but
yeah, and Kyle.
Be very, very respectful and appreciative of your sponsors, and give them a thank you and buy them a carton of beer or a glass of wine or whatever it might be, because it goes a long way.
It honestly
people
does.
like to be appreciated, don't they?
Yeah, and I make sure I do that. Even with one of the ladies that's at Ripco, she's helped me a lot through over the years, and I always like to send her something every now and then. And
yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's just keeping a really good relationship.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Moonshine Surfboard. So you've been on the Moonshine team for a little bit. How did that sort of come about?
That came about during the COVID times.
Yep.
Yeah, when we were shooting in WA, Ryan Murphy, one of the photographers, he's good mates with Medsy at Moonshine.
Yep.
And Medsy loaned us a board during the time that we were shooting, and it was my first time riding one of his boards. And before that, previously, I'd always rode for Channel Islands, which loved Channel Island boards, but they were my boards that I competed on. And then, so I hopped onto one of Medsy's Moonshine boards, and it just changed my perspective of surfing completely. I was like, it's just a different style of surfing, and it's a different feeling of surfing. And then, didn't think much of it. I obviously continued surfing my Channel Island surfboards, and then a year ago now, that was 4 years, COVID years, 2019, 2020. And then last year, 2024, Medsy reached out to join his team, which was pretty epic. he made me up 3 boards. He made me 2 20s and a 20 in mid length and a longboard, and I'd never surfed a longboard before. So
Yeah, wow. 2 20s, 5'6".
yeah, it's my demon. It's a 5'6".
Oi.
Oh.
Wow, 5'6".
Yeah.
This is Jack Medlin, Moonshine Surfboards. We're talking about he's a great surfer too, isn't he, Jack?
Yeah.
He's just got such a nice style.
Yeah, he's good to watch.
Yeah.
Really good to watch.
All different boards. And you got on a longboard for the first time. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was a weird feeling because I've got no idea what I'm doing, but I'm definitely pretty keen to get more into that as well. Like I'm still at the moment, like I'm still pretty connected to the shorter board, but I am really excited to this period up north and to get a bit more onto the longboard and just learn how to surf it.
So it's a log?
Yeah, it's a log.
Yeah. Fuck, they're impossible to turn. I can't do that whole drop knee thing and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching, like, I always watch, like, Medsies and the boys post on Moonshine. I'm just trying to, like, analyse on what they're doing. But
yeah.
I know it's going to take a couple of years to...
Well, you know, you've got the advantage of being able to surf good. So that's one thing you've got going for you. I don't have that, so I struggle on the on the longboards. I saw Ryan Clark last night too. He's also a very, very good longboarder.
Yeah.
Another guy with incredible style as well. So a bit of longboarding in the future. I love it.
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to take a more fun approach to it. And I feel like longboards are so much fun. I can see they're fun. I've got a few girlfriends that from like on my team that ride longboards, and it's just a different energy that they give off when they surf, and it's really nice to watch as well. It's like it's quite beautiful. You could watch all day actually, but for now, just still, riding the 20s, which are like my new go-to, and playing around with that, trying new things with Medsy, and
awesome.
I actually have a step up coming from him, which I'm really excited about. So that's going to be something completely different that we're trying out.
Twin or?
Yeah, with a 2+1 setup. But
nice.
So that'll be fun for up north.
When you say step up, like 5'8"?
I'm actually going a 6.0 for this one.
6.0?
Yeah, which is I'm really excited about this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Some of those girls have just got incredible style on longboards, don't they?
Yeah, really
so nice
good
to watch.
Yeah, really good to watch. I feel like I think that's where it's hard for me transitioning, because obviously I have always been a performance-based surfer, and transitioning into these fun boards is just all about finding your own rhythm and your own style. I mean, not that it's not like that on performance, it's totally on that performance as well, but it's weird when I did surf on performance board, I felt very like I guess stiff, and I just noticed that I wasn't smiling. That's really weird to say, but I was smiling when I was in the water, but when I was surfing I wasn't smiling. I was so like
grimacing. Yeah,
and now that I'm on like a fun board, I'm actually smiling on waves, and I've noticed that in I guess from the campaigns photos that I get back, I'm actually smiling now. I'm not, it looks like I'm having fun. Nice. And that's what it's all about. So,
that's exactly what surfing's all about.
Thanks Moonshine for that. Like,
good on you, Jackie boy.
Yeah, definitely changed my perspective of surfing.
Did you know that Josh Kerr is surfing the Changas this year on a twin?
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I think he's been riding twins and made the Challenger series on the twins.
Yeah, I love that. That's good to see.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that.
I've always had a kind of theory that the judges sort of see a sort of alternative shape as looking a little bit different, a little bit strange, so that they don't gore them as highly as normal shortboards. Yeah,
I was actually, it's weird, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, where does the criteria fit in for people that are surfing on like a fun 20 or... Yeah. Because I feel like it's a different style of surfing, and it's a really fun style to watch. I mean, for viewers, but I wondered that with the judging.
Yeah, as well. I always think if Josh Kerr had the same wave, same turns as, let's say, I don't know, for argument's sake, a Californian is on the Changas this year, did exactly the same turns, I reckon the shortboard would score higher. Yeah. Just because it looks a little bit different.
I'd probably say the same thing, yeah.
Fuck you, judges. No, not really. You guys do an incredible job, especially you, Mickey Plowman, legend. Have you listened to this podcast before?
Well, that podcast that I came to when you guys were at Yahoo, I mean, that was a live podcast, but that was so epic to actually watch like live, and I feel like it's pretty cool what you guys are doing. It was just nice.
Oh, thanks.
No, it was just really nice to like, I told Kai multiple times, I was just like, it's really nice to see the kind of people that come together for it as well. And I feel like you guys should do more of the live podcast because it was
Actually talking about doing another one with Yahoo shortly. But yeah, I think exactly the same thing. It was like last night, I keep mentioning Ned's thing, but there was such a sense of community there. And also Jez's thing last week on Welcome to the West, Jerome Forrest. Incredible effort from Jezza and the team. So well done to that. It's just to bring the community together. It's amazing. Yeah. The reason I asked about if you'd listened before is we do a couple of things. One of them is the Clive Palmer Cup. Mm-hmm. That's for the biggest dickhead or whatever in surfing or otherwise. You don't have to give a Clive Palmer if you don't want to. You're pretty positive, so we're not going to hold you to that. But the other one we have is the Steve Irwin salute, which is a good old crocodile hunter salute to someone who you just want to give a salute to. Mm-hmm. Have you got a Steve Irwin salute for me?
Oh.
You can have a think about it. I'm going to give my Steve Irwin salute this week to Chloe from the WSL. She's been incredible down there at the Margaret River comp all week, giving us some incredible access. So thanks very much, Chloe. You're a fucking legend.
That's really nice. Yeah, go Chloe.
Go Chloe.
yeah, Chloe.
Does a bit of the travel as well.
Nice.
Do you have a Clive Palmer?
I'm not gonna do a Clive Palmer.
Yes, I knew it.
I don't want to.
Kai, have you got a Clive Palmer? No, she's too positive as well.
But the Steve Irwin one, it's not from recent, but it's probably from my recent trip. I'm gonna give it to a lady named Emily Vines, she's a videographer, and she's just really talented at what she does, and also she's very close to me. That kind of bond that we've created, so she's helped me a lot.
This week's Steve Irwin salute on the Barrel Surf podcast goes to Emily. What's her surname?
Vines.
Yeah, Emily Vines. Flegends. All right, we are going to wrap this one up. We've been going just over an hour, and I reckon you're an absolute natural at this, and we have sort of potentially talked about doing a semi-regular thing, even though you're away all the time. So what do you reckon? Should we get together another time and do some chats?
Definitely, yeah, I'm keen for sure.
All right, well, you have been listening to Barrel Surf Podcast. Before we do go, Jamaica Selby, anything you'd like to add?
Well, obviously, I've told you that it's epic what you guys are doing, but I guess I want to add, I know that competitive surfing can be there's a lot of pressure wrapped around it, and I think the most important thing that I guess kids I've noticed that are missing these days is to have fun, and that's like the main reason why you're meant to be doing it. I just hope that kids can remember to have fun, and also just the whole pressure thing. There is pathways outside of it. Myself, I've found a pathway that's outside of it. So if any parents are listening, please pass that on. Yeah, no, I think that's an incredible point to finish off on. Jamaica Selby is a bit of a trailblazer, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, there's other pathways outside of the competitive realm, and let's face it, not everyone's gonna get in the top 5 or whatever it is to make all the big bucks. So yeah, make sure your kids and yourselves are well-rounded, be good, happy people, and build those relationships with everyone around the surfing industry, and you'll be golden. Jamaica, thank you so much for joining us on Battle Surf Podcast. Thank you.
We'll catch you next time.